Hello and welcome back to yet another interesting video on this channel. In today's video, we'll build TUI terminal user interface applications using Rust. Now, whether you are a beginner or a seasoned programmer in Rust programming language, TUI applications could be a very good starting point for your portfolio in Rust. You can build some TUI applications for your daily workflows. For example, some mind mapping applications where you can then connect to SQLite and maybe store your notes. So in this video, we'll get a head start to TUI applications. We'll look at the possible traits and build very basic applications where we understand how these components work. And in future videos, we'll build on top of the knowledge from this video to build more complex TUI applications, which then you can include as part of your daily dev workflow. So without further ado, let's dive into it and let's start. To start building our first TUI application in Rust, we need a cargo project and a couple of crates. We need ratatui, which is basically providing you all the fancy stuff to build and manage the terminal UI layout, widgets, and in-memory screen rendering and stuff, which we'll see with example in a minute. And then we need crossterm, which basically controls the terminal itself in the raw mode, like input events, alternate screen, and writing the inside codes for moving the cursor, hide and show, and stuff. So without further ado, let's dive into it. Let's start with our first TUI application with Rust. Now, the part of this application will be divided into three main parts: start, mid, which is basically your business logic, and then comes the end part. So the start and the end are kind of templates, something that you have to do regardless of which application you are building, like which TUI application you are building. So let's see what comes in the start. First of all, we need to enable a raw mode, which basically captures your key presses instantly. And then we need is standard out, and this one we need to write the output to the terminal. And then once we have our standard output, we need an alternate screen because we don't want to mess up with the current normal terminal. So all we need to do is enter alternate screen. So basically it gives you that fresh screen to work with. And then we need is backend crossterm backend new standard output. So this basically UI needs a backend to know how to write to your terminal, which is basically controlled through the crossterm. And then you need is terminal new backend. So basically terminal manages drawing frames and buffering updates and stuff. So this is what your start pack looks like. Now this is something you need to add regardless of what TUI application you are building in Rust. Similarly, let's go and see what we need at the end. So first of all, we enable the raw mode. So here we need to disable the raw mode. So basically restore your normal terminal behavior. And then we need to execute terminal backend and leave the alternate screen. So we entered the alternate screen. Now we need to leave the alternate screen. And this we need to return to the original screen and remove your TUI UI. And then at the end, we need to show your cursor. So basically a raw mode hides the cursor. So, we must show it again. So this is the start and end that you need regardless of what you're building. Think of it as a boilerplate or a template for whichever TUI application that you're building. Now we need to draw our UI. So for that, first of all, we need a loop, and everything we draw will sit inside this loop because TUI must continuously redraw and listen for the inputs. So we'll just do is terminal draw, and anything we want to draw will sit inside the draw. So basically it creates a frame buffer and renders UI into it. And now we need to know the dimensions. So you get your size. Basically this dimensions we need to understand how or where to draw. And then let's say we have a block default and title as basic TUI, and then we add some borders by saying borders all. So this basically creates a block in a bordered container. Basically this is your visual structure, and then inside we want to add a paragraph saying subscribe to semicolon. So we have our paragraph, and now we have to put it inside our terminal. So we have to use the render widget. Remember, everything, all the widgets that we are using, the paragraph, the blocks, everything is coming from our TUI. And you have your block first, and then on top of the block you want to render your paragraph. So we have our paragraph and the size. Now till now we have basically our UI drawn, but remember we need an option or a way to quit from our UI as well. So for that we'll do a event poll, and duration from milliseconds as 100, and we need is event key as key at event read. So now we need to understand if the key that is pressed is with your key code as, you have all the options here. As you can see, we have backspace, enter, left, right, but we are looking for a special character which is Q. And once that comes up, we just want to break out of this loop, because once we break, we go here, which is basically our ending pack. So that's how straightforward it is to write your first TUI application. Now let's run it. So all we need to do is cargo run and the name of your binary. So for me, it's demo as the project name, but unless you have a different binary name, you can use same as your project name. And there you go. We have our first container, and we have subscribe to semicolon, and now we can just press Q to quit. So this right here is something pretty straightforward. Now let's go a step up and add more components to our UI. Now let's level up and see how can we build a more complex UI where we can take a user input and maybe show some options and stuff. So right here we have a list of pre-populated items, and then we have an input string right here, and we draw a layout instead of a block, now a vertical layout where we show our items. So as you can see, we have our items and we are populating the items, and right here basically we have our items in the list, and we can add a symbol as well to highlight. And similarly we have input box, which basically says input, and whatever is input is basically in your input. And then we add a stateful widget, which is basically to control the state as well, which is your list. And then we have the input box. But unlike we were previously just controlling the quit, now we need to control the input. So basically when character is pressed, okay, we need to input, but if a backspace, then we need to pop. If key down, then we need to move up and down in our list. So that's something that we need to control. So basically with TUI you have to add custom most of things, but again it gives you a lot of control as well to play with. Now let's see how this works. And by the way, if you need this code, because now we understand how the application works, so we can literally build anything. But if you need, just comment down below and I'm happy to share. So let's run our application, and there you go. You can see we have a list of your fruits: apple, banana, dragon fruit, watermelon, and we can go up and down in the list, as well as we can input. So let's say hello how are you, and then we can remove the input as well. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys understand and learn something new. If you do try these TUI applications on your end in a future video, I do plan to add database like like SQLite and stuff, and build more advanced TUI applications as well. But again, it's a good starter if you are beginner in Rust. Try it out on your end and let me know what do you think. I'll catch you guys with another interesting video. Until then, bye bye.